saw it. It was just so good. And today we're gonna see Lapu on the stage going onto the side lane. Oh, is that a Grok on the side?
Yes, that is a Grok in the EXP. The Valley getting very, very interesting here. And this is why we love Mobile Legends, right? This is what we're waiting for. We're hoping to see some amazing picks. We're hoping to see some big changes with these patch notes, and they have brought it to us. But I want to talk about OSP. Now, I was a little worried about the squishiness, but they bring in the Barats, and that could help withstand Eugen and the burst damage, could help withstand any possible invades that they bring. That paired up with the Matilda, because Barats is a little bit slow, you can get him around the map a bit faster, get him into the midst of your enemy, and possibly make the game in your way.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready for the second game, actually, make sure to share the stream with your friends. Without further ado, let's jump in and land it up.
All right, guys, this will be it. This is game 2. The Valley going up against the Simpsons. The Valley holding game 1. Can the Simpsons turn this around here?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting here as well. That switch up at the end for Fried Chicken to get on the Grok. A little bit of a 4 or 5 head strategy there by the side of the Valley. I mean, we're starting off now. We're going to go ahead and put a decent amount of damage onto that red buff. Help out mobazane to kind of keep up. Did he? Was he able to get it? No, he was not. Not against mobazane.
Too quick. Now, did you see how all of them though were paired up at that orange buff? Literally 4 members sitting there. I think they were waiting for an invade, waiting like, we think they're going to come for us. But that did maybe set them behind a little bit. The rest of the team lose some of that laning phase.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and set up at the Little Wanderer here. mobazane still able to clean that up quite quickly. And just right now, you're starting to see Shark. He's pressing his advantage. But the thing here is we're going to have a great setting potential by the Valley. You're going to have that Numenon Blast. You're going to have that Wild Charge. So much CC from the side of the Valley. And what are the Simpsons going to be able to do against that? You're going to have a Cult Altar, but once you get back up, I mean, you still got more CC you're worried about.
You know, every time I see that target land on someone from Hoon, I see that knife hit the enemy, I get nervous because I'm like, oh, is he about to engage? Is this about to be it? And honestly, like, you have to be a little bit nervous, and possible engage. Shadow Stampede does lock on to Hoon, brings him down to about 50%, but nothing too major. Here comes mobazane though, into the mid lane as well, along with Shark. And you mentioned it, Shark can definitely be a threat on this Lolita.
Yeah, Fried Chicken just doing a decent amount of damage, holding his own against this Lapu. And I mean, you can't even really gank that lane, especially if Fried Chicken has a wild charge up. So you're kind of limiting what you can do there. So I'm kind of wondering why even focus on it. We see a little bit, I was about to say a little bit of engagement up at the top, but down at the bottom, we do see Basic and Colo going at it, but now we're starting on this first turtle.
On this turtle, Shark is trying to make pace with it, but Simpsons are holding down strong. Zane coming in, the wall is out. Shark does not make the play, but Fallen takes turtle. Nice wild charge. Out comes the Daytona's welcome. Does not lock on, but is a battlefield. Numenon Blast lands, and the Simpsons able to take out Fried Chicken. Valley now on the run. Simpsons take first blood once again.
Yeah, first blood.
Wait a second. Arvel deleted. Hoon picks that up.
Yeah, Hoon answering back. You can never take a breath around the Valley. Even when you get that first kill, you need to be on your tippy. Oh my God, look at that damage onto Basic.
The crowd, you can hear them. We're in a booth right now, but we can hear the crowd yelling right now every time these big plays happen, and I know they hear too. So, Cold World maybe feeling himself a little bit right now.
Yeah, oh man, another engagement.
Arvel needs to try to get away, able to flicker away. Hoon goes a bit too deep. In comes Numenon Blast, helps go at bay. Eugen decides not to force the engage, but they are going at it.
What foresight by Eugen, gets that Shadow Stampede onto Shark, pulls him out of the Numenon Blast. That was just a great play. That, I mean, man, it just seems so underappreciated with all that's going on. Just gonna be those little things. And if the Simpsons can keep this up, we might start seeing a little bit more momentum flowing in their favor.
Yeah, Fallen coming down to this bottom lane, gonna help clear it, give Cold World as much of an advantage as possible. Now, Beatrix, right? Beatrix has got a little bit of a buff again, but still not, takes a little bit more more time, but if Cold World can get that time and farm up, we know what Beatrix can do. Now, wait a second. mobazane, Eugen goes down. A nice pick for mobazane there, Fallen, trying to find something, clear out this mid wave, but the Valley finally answering back strong.
Yeah, an amazing thing too, you do take down Eugen, but at this point, Eugen does have enough stacks from that passive to come right back in. Maybe might want to be able to save those. I mean, you don't want to get caught out like that before an objective comes up, because that's when it matters the most. Take Eugen out during the objective, he comes right back when we have the fight at the turtle.
That's a little bad. We do see some big burst damage onto Arvel there, but the turtle is still on the side of the Simpsons. The Valley waiting for Zane to clear out this blue buff, but Fallen has already arrived. They still need to watch for Shark, though. He does have that Numenon Blast ready to go. Here comes mobazane looking for a spot to come in. He comes in, steals the turtle with ease, but now they're coming after mobazane. He's going to try to run away here. Does not get hit by the knockback, and mobazane takes it and walks away like a thief in the night. Promise annihilated from Hoon. Simpsons trying to pick up the pieces from where they've fallen. They're trying to find something, looking for an answer, but the Numenon Blast is about to land, and the Cult Altar will not be enough. Chicken able to walk away, and the Simpsons forced to regroup.
1 and 3 in favor of the Valley right now. Simpsons can feel this slipping. Oh, Cold World. Oh, trying to get away. Oh, he's not going to be able to get away from mobazane, but we do see that circling eagle come down.
mobazane taking a bit of damage there. They want to try to get him. Can they get the slow? He's able to get away. He's so slippery. They want him so bad, but they just can't do it. Arvel is keeping eyes, and Arvel has been giving great vision to his team, but still, right now, not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it just, that is the cohesion, the synergy that you see from those types of teams.
Yeah, most definitely a little bit of a problem, but I'm thinking the Simpsons aren't completely out of it just yet. Not too far behind in gold, right? Only 1,000, doing a little bit better than last game.
Yeah, our Fly Chicken doing his best, warding away Promise here right now. 1-4 game, and about not that big of a gold lead. Simpsons still in it, still alive, but they need to have an answer, because I feel like the later and later we get into this game, the more and more those sets, those wild charges, those Numenon Blasts are going to come into play here. Oh,
wait a second, Hoon on to Promise. Promise damage. Promise picked off the map, and these are the picks we were talking about. These are the problems the Simpsons need to find answers to. They can't keep letting teammate after teammate die across the map.
Yeah, and right now it does feel like they're playing a little bit of catch-up. Just a moment away from some of these rotations. Let her fight at mid!
On Blast gonna land. Shark able to get it onto Eugen. Cold Altar comes out. Eugen still not able to get away. Eugen goes down. Shark picks up the kill. Zane gonna move on to this blue buff now as Arvel continues to get vision, but there is some first towers going down on both off lanes for the side of the Simpsons. Arvel taking a bit of tip damage here. Cold World has entered the fray here, ready to play. The turtle is up. Both teams going to try to battle out for this basic. Zoning away, but a nice pick on Eugen. Cold World goes down. Circling Eagle comes out onto Fried Chicken. Can they get the finish? They want him. Zane here as well. Promise goes down to Hoon, and now Fallen at least gets the turtle. It's a 2-for-1, but a turtle goes to the Simpsons.
Yeah, and unfortunately I see a lot of damage going on to Fried Chicken. And that's kind of the problem here when you have these two tankier players on the team there, because, I mean, you're putting damage onto a Grok, and even though he's low, in the time that you're putting all this damage onto Grok, you could be focusing on another character, a little bit more squishier, that you could get down a lot faster.
And right now, the Simpsons in a very tight spot. Still not as bad as game one. They have done a little bit better here, but wait a second. Hoon looking for something. Goes back in Arvel. In the midst of everyone, though, Cold Altar comes out. It's a bait. Hoon has bitten, and he pays the price for that one. Going a little bit too deep. They did that very, very well.
Yeah, we need to see more of that. We see the Valley kind of coming up here. Fly Chicken throwing out that wall. Eugen could be able to pull him over. He is not, especially with that passive from the Grok. Good thought. Unfortunately, Grok had other ideas with Fried Chicken at the helm. And they're doing such a great job right now. The Simpsons are still in this. They just need to be a little bit more tighter on some of these engages and some of these rotations, because you cannot leave some of your players alone in some of these lanes. As we move out of this laning phase, we're gonna start seeing where these team fights are gonna go, especially with those setting potential from the Valley.
And, you know, talking about players, though, Shark right now, with that Numenon Blast, has just been landing them back to back back-to-back. Shark has done an amazing job at creating the space and making the plays happen for his team.
Yeah, and you can already see here, picking up that Malefic Roar. So we're going for a damage Grok here. Even though you got the damage on it, you know that new passive from Grok, every single bit of physical damage.
The Tona's welcome does land on Zane here, but he wants to get him away because he doesn't want this fight. The Cold Thumper comes out to help Fallen. The wall comes in, gets a silence on Fallen. Fallen still up and going. Wait a second. Shark able to get the pick, able to get the stun. Promise, trying to fend them away. Mobazane decides maybe I don't want this. The bravest fighter comes out. Down comes a stun, but Fried Chicken's there too early. The wild charge helps seals it. Luckily, Fallen does at least get his orange buff there, but still not enough.
3-9 game right now, almost a 4K lead for the Valley. We're at about the 9-minute mark here, still trying to see if Simpsons can kind of pull it together, especially for this first lore. Do you want to engage on this, or is it a safer option to just let the Valley have it?
I don't know, it's going to be hard. Hoon creating some distance. Tona's welcome does not land. Zane, very, very low. Zane goes down. Whole world picks it up. Fallen moving on to this, but he's also taking too much damage. Newman on Blast comes down, and now the Simpsons are pushed away from this lord, but no retribution on the map. Someone's going to try to get sealed. Basic takes it. The sniper does not succeed from Cold World, and down goes Arvel. A nice try from Cold World, but he shoots it off a little bit too early.
The forethought from Shark to know. They already knew they were in that bush. They didn't engage. They wanted to bait them out. Let them think that they had it. But we got a special surprise for you guys. Redeem this code to get a free Magic Dust and tickets. Limited to the first 50 users. Redeem the link in the description, guys.
Yeah, I mean, those giveaways are the only thing that are keeping these Simpsons fans up right now, because the Simpsons are getting pushed into their base. But the Valley fans, they are loving this. Lord coming in. Lord trying to make a move, but the Simpsons are able to bring it down very low, luckily. So the Valley not getting too much out of this. The lanes weren't that sunk up, right? So at least the Simpsons can defend. This game may definitely be a bit longer than what we saw last time.
Yeah, we just see another engagement on there coming in. So, I mean, it's rough right now. 4-11, and the Valley just having just plotting around here. And even now you can see them hitting into that purple buff. Darville powerless to be able to kind of do anything. Cold World.
Off map. Damn, Cold World goes down. But wait, Hoon, maybe in a bad spot. They're trying to get him, but he's able to walk away once again. Newman on Blast is landing. Cold Alder comes out, but still not enough. It is a full team wipe other than Promise. 4 members down for the side of the Simpsons. The Valley are going to move on to this tower now. Maybe they try to end this here. They do have the canyon. Luckily, these towers should be able to fend Eugen back on the map. Promise goes down. Basic picking up that kill, and the tower will fall. Eugen all alone against the world. This is looking very, very dim for the Simpsons.
Sigh of relief from Eugen as the rest of the Valley disengage from that. But we do have the rest of the Simpsons starting to come up now, and they need to have a plan here. You can see right there, other than the early game here, it has been all the Valley, especially with that gold lead. You can see right here, it's about a 7K right now. So, I mean, what do the Simpsons have to do to kind of put this back into their favor?
I mean, we have seen the damage starting to come from Cold World. They have been able to get mobazane. They have been able to get these small picks here and there in some of these team fights. They just need, I think, bait that Hoon again. Try to bait Hoon again. Try to use your brain. Like, try to really, you got to be meticulous going against the Valley. You can't just meet them head on. Because I think we all know the Valley has a bit of a mechanical presence over the Simpsons. So if the Simpsons want to win, they need to come at this at a strategic base. Now, Simpsons trying to keep them out of their own base, speaking of it. But the Lord will be up in 14 seconds.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of defense you have to have on the Simpsons here. And we've talked about this before. You're waiting for a mistake, especially when you're this far behind. You can't win team fights. You can't get caught, because if you go out there alone, the Valley are gonna know it. Oh, we see a little bit of engagement here. Wall comes down from Fly Chicken, but they're not ready to go into this fight. Oh, but here we go.
Hoon gets a big burst damage. Eugen instantly deleted. Does not have those stacks either. Wait a second, Lord. He's low. Fallen gets knocked up. Fallen takes the Lord. This is huge. This could deny the Valley of winning this game immediately. But wait a second, Simpsons need to try to retreat quickly. The Valley are angry. The crowd comes in. Numenor Blast comes down. And the Simpsons are getting wiped. It's a full maniac. Nothing but the Lord stands. And the Valley could take this game here. Eugen back on the map. Use the Wild Stampede, but Eugen is bleeding.
No.
The crowd is wild. And the Valley will take game 2.
What an amazing turn of events there. Even when the engagement goes perfectly for you, you're able to get the Lord, the Valley, answering back and able to go ahead and push into the core.
That is insane. Oh.